Hi, this is A. Western. That I need to tell you like TIN. Like my video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Like I said in my previous video, I haven't been on YouTube in about 2 weeks because of these thunderstorms that have been happening down here in Houston. Hopefully, they're gone for right now. So I just decided to catch up on some of the videos that I was supposed to be doing. Anyway, the video I'm going to talk about today is Bell Collector. Bell Collective is on a little pause right now, but they're supposed to be coming back on I think it's June the 5th. So I do have like a couple of days to try to catch up. So I'm going to try to catch up as best I can. But I'm already on episode 6 because I did one through five before they went on hiatus. But anyway, it started off with Latrice and Selena at her taste restaurant setting up everything for her give back, and she was saying that like they say, much is given, much is received, and she was saying that she wants to give back, and she said she has been doing the give back thing for a couple of years now, and well, no, I think she just started anyway. She would give back a thing, and so the mayor of Jackson said when he heard about what she's trying to do, he came out and found other organizations that want to help Latrice with the give back, give back to the community, and so everybody was showing up. And Selena had asked Latrice, she said, "Do you think? Did you invite all the girls?" She said, "Yeah, most of the girls were coming out." I think she said, "What about?" She said, "What about Lakeisha?" She said, "Lakeisha." She said, I don't know if she coming or not. She said, but me and her not on good terms right now. Me and her not on good terms right now. And so she said, well, I hope she come. So everybody came, and then Lakeisha showed up, and then Latrice was so surprised, and so was Kerri, and so was Kerri, and also Selena, and also the new girl. I think the new girl name is Shanice. And so Shanice came and showed up too and stuff. And so they all got to talking a little bit. And then Kerri said, "You here by yourself, Lakeisha? Is Glenn coming?" She said, "I don't know if Glenn coming, but I came by myself." And next thing you know, Glenn showed up and said, "Oh, Glenn, we didn't think you were coming. We didn't think you were coming." Glenn said, well, I came out to support Cliff and his wife. I came out to support my friend and stuff like that. And so they showed them passing out groceries and food and stuff to the clients, and they would drive their car up and stuff like that. And so they said, "Oh, let's take a break. Let's take a break." So they took a break and they went inside, taste, and then so and then so Lakeisha said, "Latrice, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you to find out what's going on with you after what happened. After what happened at Kerri's party." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, I thought about that too." And also Selena told me that I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you about exactly what happened. She said, yeah, because I was wondering what was going on. And like I told you, I didn't try to get in touch with one of your employees to find out what was going on. And I kind of told you, I don't know like that. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about that. So I don't know why you keep saying that. She said, well, yes, I thought you had did it because Josh had told me, and then some next thing you know, Glenn walked in, and Marie came late, and Marie came to the place late. Glenn walked in, and then so uh, uh, Latrice said, Glenn, you came, you here? So yeah, I'm here. And then she said, well, Lakeisha, let's go and let the guys talk and stuff. And then Glenn talking about, you finna leave? You finna leave Lakeisha right now? I want to talk to you. She said, well, nah, you and Glenn need to talk. You and Glenn need to air out y'all differences. So they left, and Cliff said, Glenn, what is I started having problems with you because both our wives was getting into it, and I'm a person like this. I don't get in women's business, and then And then so Cliff said, yeah. I mean, Glenn said, yeah, I was disappointing you, Cliff. I thought you was my friend. I thought you was my buddy. He said, but when you did that, and then Cliff said, well, and Cliff said, well, yeah, you talking about me and Latrice, what was the one breaking up your marriage? We weren't the one breaking up your marriage. And he said the reason why I had a problem with you, because my wife called me crying and talking about excuse me, talking about you tried to step in front of her, you stepped in front of her and stuff like that. And I was saying, what? You talking about, well, all them women were surrounding, Lakeisha. And you know what? I'm gonna take up for my what? I'm gonna take up for my I'm gonna take up for my right. I'm gonna protect my right at all costs. And all of them was surrounding her. So that's why I had to step in. I had to step in. And he said, you know, Cliff, as a man, I would never get into a woman's face. I said, Glenn, you just lied. You was all up in Latrice's face, and people was trying to pull you back. And then Cliff said, well, now I was there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm just going by what my wife said. So if my wife tell me you step up to her, then I have to come up. Then I have to come after you. And I was saying, Cliff is right. You shouldn't be in women's business like that. But that's the control part again, and that's why it's so upset at Lakeisha when she trying to break out and get our own talk show and do our own stuff and stuff like that. So after that, they said we're gonna squash this right now. He said, yeah, I really want to squash this clip. Me and I really want to be your friend. And then switch to the next scene, and the next scene was. Let me pause this and I'll be right back. I'm back. The next scene was Marie painting with her stepdaughter. So I think she called her goddaughter, but I call her stepdaughter. But anyway, they was there painting, and Marie showed up and she said, "Oh, you painted this picture nice." She said, "Yeah, I painted this picture nice." She said, "I'm glad you came." She said, "Yeah, I want to come and see you and check up on you. How you doing? And what's going on and stuff." And she said, "Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on between you and my dad?" And she said, well, your dad promised me that he was going to leave his other girlfriend alone. And when we was going to get back together, and he was still texting her, and he was still texting her. And she said, this is my last time. And then her stepdaughter said, are you sure? Are you sure? Because you said that the last time. I can't remember my name, so I keep saying stepdaughter. You said that the last time, and stuff like that. I was trying to see that I write her name down. Oh, Amber. Okay. And her stepdaughter Amber. And Amber said, yeah, you said that the last time you took it back. She said, this time I mean it. This time I mean it. Yeah, I hope you do mean it. She said, she said, she said, I'm gonna sign up for this date now. And Amber said, date now. She said, date now. Them the worst kind of dates you're gonna get. You're gonna get the worst people. You're gonna get the worst people. Don't sign up for that. You need to go out to a club, maybe a country club or something, and meet up on some nice guys. And I was saying, Amber, ain't no nice guys in no country club either. I mean, the country club might have more upscale type of men, but some of them could be something else too. And then she said, oh, okay. And she said, I'm glad you're doing good. She said, I'm glad you're doing good. Then we switch to the next scene. And the next scene was, I think the next scene was the burial. And so they went to the burial. No, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, the next scene was a burial. And they all showed up at the burial and stuff because the teacher and Latrice said that they want to try to get the collective back together, try to get the collective back together. And then everybody showed up. And then so Kerri said, "Woo, very done." And then Marie said, "Woo, everybody dressed in black. This look like a funeral to me, and I don't want to be here." And then so Selena said, "Ooh, I done been through enough funerals already, and we had to wear all this black." And I was saying, "You sure right about that, Selena?" And then they all came in, and Kerri was the only one. Everybody said, "Kerri, you didn't follow the thing." Kerri was the only one that really didn't wear no black. And so they all sat down. And then Lakeisha started speaking, and she said, "Yeah, uh, we trying to get the collective back together and everything. And what is we are collective. You know we first started out. We would have issues with each other, and then we would settle them and move on. But now it's like people are holding on to stuff like that, and we need to bury all this. She said we need to discuss our issues, make up with each other, and move on as a collective. And then so she said, yeah. And then she said, Cambria, do you have any issues with anybody in the collective, any of the Glades? Cambria said, woo, why do I have to go first? Why do I have to go first? Letitia, can't somebody else go first? And then Latrice said, well, I'll go first. And then, and then Kerri said, well, I'll go first too. And then Cambria said, nah, that's all right, I'll go first, I'll go first. So she went on, she said, I had a problem with some of the ladies in the collective because none of them didn't call me to check up on me after I had my baby. And I told some of y'all that I was going through postpartum depression and stuff. And some of y'all didn't tell me. And then so Lakeisha said, wait a minute. I was going through a whole lot of stuff during that time and stuff like that. And I still and I still had to work. I still had to work at my job and in the collective and in the collective. And then so Latrice chimed in and said, well, she don't think a lot of people are supporting her. And then so she said, well, everybody was supposed to be supporting her, but in our confessional, Gambia said nobody supported her but Selena and Latrice. And Selena called her and stuff, and Latrice called her and stuff. And then so she said, "You have anything else to say to anybody else in the collective?" Tambria looking at her watch, and he said, "Nah, I gotta go. My baby come first. I got a meeting." Then Lakeisha said, "Okay, okay, go ahead on with your meeting." And then so, she said, anybody else? She said, anybody else have any problems going on in the collective? And then Latrice said, well, yeah, some people say that we shouldn't have, that we should be listening to rumors and listening to outside people coming in, bringing in outside noise and stuff like that. And then some, Lakeisha said, yeah, I said that because Shanice had said some stuff and rumors about me and my husband did some rumors about other people and stuff. And then Shanice said, "Well, I don't need nobody to speak up for me. I, excuse me, I just repeated what I was told, what I was told. Ooh, these dentures. I just repeated what I was told, what I was told." And she said, yeah, that's all I did and stuff like that. And so, and so, Kerri said, well, is there anybody else got something, anybody else got something to say? And then Kerri said, well, this ain't no issue with them, but it's something I heard. It was a rumor. It was a rumor. I ain't trying to bring no negativity to the group. And they were saying, "What is the rumor? What is the rumor?" And she said, "Well, I heard that Mike had a baby. Had a baby. Selena had a baby." She said, "Huh? A baby?" She said, "Mike ain't had no baby on me and stuff like that." She said, "If I would know that, I would have been know that." And then Latrice said, "Where's the proof? Where's the proof?" And and then and then Selena said there is no proof. That's why she said there is no proof. And so and so Latrice kept saying, "Who you heard that from?" She said, "Like I said, it was just a rumor, just a rumor." And then after that, Lakeisha chimed in. She said, "Look, from now on, we're gonna be more transparent with each other. We're not gonna be going around believing hearsay and rumors what other people say. And we don't have no proof on something. We just not gonna listen to it." And Latrice said, "Yeah, that's right, that's right." And next thing you know, she said, we're gonna be more transparent. Next thing you know, uh, 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 um, Selena said in her confession, if what you call it, if Mike would have had another baby on me or dating another woman while he was still dating me and we was getting ready to engage, this relationship would have been over. And then it went off with the words. So it was just like episode 6 didn't have much going on. So I only touched on 2 or 3 points. I'm trying to catch up before the 6th of June. But if not, if not, I'll just start from whatever soap I left off with. That's all I have for this video. This is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a CI is. I am out.